I get the results back, positive for chlamydia. Why I went and fucked this man again right after I just took some medicine for chlamydia? I'm looking through the wallet. I get to the ID. I seen the ID. I said, she's back. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am back with episode 3 of the Baby Daddy series. So if you have not watched episode 1 or 2, I advise you to go back and watch those episodes so that you know what's going on before you get to episode 3. Now, let me get my notes together. So episode 3 get real messy, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna read my notes real quick, and then we gonna get right into the story. I got me some gummy snacks on deck. What snacks y'all got? You gotta be eating a snack to watch this story. I'm telling you. I still got a good shit though. These are cheap snacks. They be sneaking all up in your teeth. So, while I left off in episode 2, was that so far the relationship was good. He was feeding me, sending me DoorDash, all this stuff. So it got to a point where he wasn't picking me up all the time to go to his house. I started Ubering there when my grandma would leave. She left for work at like 5 o'clock. So by 5:01, I was calling that Uber to go to his house. His house was like 30 minutes away from mine. Well, it was apartments. It wasn't a house, but they were like real luxurious apartments. If you want to know the name of the apartments, they are called the Salado in San Antonio, Texas. You can go look it up on Google. Them apartments real nice, baby. So I used to love going over there because I just felt like I was in paradise at an apartment. So I would literally try to go over there every single weekend. So if he wasn't coming to get me, bitch, I was gonna make my way over there. I was Ubering, spending all the little money I had to get to that apartment. You're a dummy, bitch. So I'm Ubering over there, and one particular day, I go over there and he's cooking or whatever, and let me stop smacking because y'all gonna be like, this smacking ass bitch. So he cooking something. I don't remember what he was cooking, but it was like a mixture of things that Americans normally wouldn't put together. So it'd be like noodles, spaghetti noodles, and some kind of sauce with boiled eggs on the side, and it just a whole bunch of different combination full of stuff. But I mean, it actually wasn't bad. So he cooking, and like I'm feeling like we in a movie or something, because while he cooking, he got his shirt off looking all sexy and stuff, and we just flirting over there in the corner of the kitchen while other people, you know, that was around are talking, you know. So I'm like, okay, he flirting with me in front of his friends. Like, okay, we must be serious. Let me readjust this because it look like it's falling a little bit. It must be serious, right? So the food gets ready and we're sitting down, and this particular day we meet a girl. I don't know if she lived there or she was just visiting somebody that lived there, but you know, she was like, she was bored and she wanted to hang out. He the type that always want to be like Captain Save a Hoe, like for the party type. So he like, yeah, you can hang out with us. So the girl, she hanging out with us. I think she was lesbian. I don't know. I don't remember how I know that, but I just knew she was lesbian. I think she was dressed like a stud, I do believe, but I don't remember. But either way, I knew the girl didn't like me, and so when she was talking to like my boyfriend and all the boys that were there and stuff, you know, it was on some cool shit type. And me and her even clicked a little bit, and she, you know, we hung out for majority of that day, drinking, eating, all this stuff. So towards the end of the day, towards the end of the hangout, whatever, she was like, you know, it was nice meeting y'all. Whenever y'all hang out again, let me know. Like, I be needing people to hang out with. I don't really like know. I don't be knowing people like that. Can I get your number? Da da da. So she got his number, whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you know when we throwing parties and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get you right type shit. So, she walking out the door and she like, oh, what's your name? And he like, oh, my name's Steven. Steve. First, he said my name's Steve. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, when the fuck was your name Steve? Like, you never told me your name was Steve. And it caught me off guard because, like, it's not Steve. What the fuck? Steve is not, like, I don't know. Y'all ever feel like certain names is attractive and certain names is not? His name, I just feel like it's not. When he said Steve, I'm like, why are you choosing Steve? Like, it's not attractive. For one, you told me your name was quite cool. And like, child, and he looking like, I did tell you my name. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, no, you didn't tell me my name. He was like, my name is Steven. I'm like, oh, I thought it was spelled like Stefan. So the way he told me his name when I first started talking to him, he said Kweku. And I feel like he didn't want to give me like his name because he didn't want me to know. He didn't want me to find out about his wife or nothing when he first started talking to me, whatever. So he gave me a name that he don't really go by on social media and stuff like that. So he started telling me all his names. And I've heard of the Steven one, but because he only told me that through text, I was reading it as Stefan. So when he said Steve, I'm like, bro, you never told me your name was Steven. So we sitting there like having a little debate about it. Like, how you gonna tell me what the fuck my name is? I'm like, bro, you did not tell me that was your name. So your name is Steven. And he's like, yeah, that's my name. So that's initially when I figured out his name. Okay, so like I was saying, we was debating over the name, but that's how I realized that his name wasn't Zay. Like, there was nothing in his name that Zay came from. He just put that on social media. So now I'm realizing he lied to me first about having a wife. Now you lying to me about your real name. So now I'm thinking like, damn, do I even really know this man? Like, you lying to me about a whole lot of shit. Why are you lying to me when I've been nothing but honest with you since day one? What the fuck are we lying about? What are you lying for? First of all, you grown as fuck. You lying about being married and your name? Like, come on now. Come on now. You being childish. Okay. So I know y'all seen a story time on my page called something along the lines of find out I had an STD, or it was a story time about me having an STD. So this is around the time that I found out that I had chlamydia. If y'all see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So this around time, I found out I had chlamydia. All the details about that is going to be in that story time. So if you need the backstory on that, more in depth, you can go to that story time. But pretty much, he texted me one day and was like, I'm not feeling too well. Like, it's itching down there real bad. It's burning when I pee. So I'm like, okay, you need to go get that checked out. You might have like a UTI or something. Cause I'm thinking like, ain't no way in hell you got an STD. So I'm really in denial about it. So while we waiting on results, we still texting and stuff. I'm realizing like a few times after we had sex, I started bleeding. So I'm thinking like maybe it was too rough, stuff like that. Then the test come back saying that I did have chlamydia. So then we start playing the blame game because now I have to go get tested. And so pretty much the first question is, well, it came from somebody. When I first started dating you, we didn't have these issues. You just started burning. So where did the chlamydia come from, right? So I don't know if I say this in the other story, but I had my friend, I'm going to name him Africa. okay, because he was African. So I'm gonna name him Africa. He was my real close friend. I'm telling him like, oh my God, he telling me he got chlamydia, which means I need to go get tested. And he's sitting here telling me like, Cameron, you really don't deserve this. Like, you deserve so much better. This man has lied to you. You know he lied to you plenty of times, and you still sleeping with him. Now you got chlamydia, or you might have chlamydia. Like, there is no doubt about it. He is sleeping with somebody else. And so I'm really like, just stuck at odds right now, because I don't know what to believe. He telling me like, no, he ain't been with nobody else. He don't know where it came from. Maybe it came from a toilet or something. And so I'm just like, you know, playing on my mind about it. I told y'all in the story time that I told my mom about it, and she's also telling me like, chlamydia don't just come from a toilet. Like, he was fucking with somebody else. So all these people in my ear telling me he fucked with somebody else, while I'm waiting on results to come back from the chlamydia. I get the result back, positive for chlamydia.
Oh, hell no!
So now we're doing a blame game. He pretty much putting it on me. I found condoms in your purse, so I know you got it from me. Why that day that I told y'all he snuck to my house and I got the McDonald's, he had came over with condoms. He left the condoms with me because he couldn't go back on base with the condoms. So those were the condoms in my purse. But now he trying to say, oh, I found condoms in your purse. So that means you fucking other niggas. You the one that gave me chlamydia. First of all, if I was using the condoms, how the fuck would we get chlamydia?
Period. 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 Period.
Let's just start there. So I'm telling him, like, how the fuck are you blaming me about condoms that you seen in my purse that you gave me? I don't care condoms. I don't buy condoms. The only reason why I got those condoms is because your ass gave them to me. So, he's like,
no, I never slept with nobody. Like, you need to stop lying to me. You need to tell me the truth. Like, I promise I'm gonna stop fucking with you. Like, I don't want to be with no bitches giving me chlamydia, all this stuff.
and I'm like, I haven't been with nobody in almost over a year. How is it that you start burning months after we started dating and you think I gave you the chlamydia? Nigga, you gave me the chlamydia. So at this point, I'm thinking like, bro, like, I'm about ready to break up with this nigga. And then he like, well, when the last time you got tested? So at this point, this is where he got me for real, because then I start getting confused. I'm like, I really don't know when I got tested. Like, I really don't. I don't know when I got tested. I don't remember last time I got tested, but I know I didn't have nothing. I know that. But I couldn't prove that to him. He like, well, I got tested this day. I got papers to prove I got tested this day and I didn't have nothing. You never got tested, so how you know you didn't give it to me? And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess you right, babe. Like, I mean, I don't know when I got tested, so I can't sit here and tell you 100% that I didn't have it, but I know if I had something, I would have known something. I would have had some type of symptoms. And he like, well, you didn't really have no symptoms this time, so how would you have known you had it? You think I had chlamydia for a whole year with no symptoms? My back was hurting really bad. I was just bleeding randomly a lot. Like, that was the only two symptoms I really had. I probably wouldn't have known for a while if he didn't start itching and burning. Okay. Okay. So now I'm like, man, you lying to me. Like, I have to go get medicine now. Ain't no way for me to go get medicine without my grandma. Like, I'm gonna have to tell her that I got chlamydia, which means, you know, she gonna be questioning where I got it from, and I'm gonna have to tell her I got it from you. And he like, no, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't tell her you got chlamydia, please. Whole time he don't want me to tell my grandma that he got chlamydia because she don't want to report his ass, and then his wife found out that he got motherfucking chlamydia. So he begged me not to tell my grandma. So I ended up not telling my grandma.
You're a dummy, bitch!
And he was like, we just gonna figure this out, me and you. This when we stopped the blame game, because when I started threatening, okay, I'm gonna tell my grandma, then he like, oh, let me get this bitch under a leash. Let me reel that hoe back in, you feel me? So He's like, okay, we gonna work it out. We gotta figure out how to get you back to the clinic to get tested. Da, da, da. So we came up with this plan to call my uncle again, because I couldn't leave the house and I couldn't go during the week because I had school. So I had to do this on a Friday right before they closed. So luckily, I had a break coming up because I was in nursing school. I had a break coming up, which means I was out of school, I think Thursday and Friday maybe, and then Monday, whatever. However it worked, I was out of school on Friday. So I got in touch with my uncle and I was like, maybe if you can come get me this weekend, then my boyfriend come get me, like if y'all can come pick me up. My uncle like, yeah, that's cool. So my grandma, of course, I had to beg her to get out the house again. But eventually she did. I think this shit is sliding. Eventually she did end up letting me go with my uncle that weekend. And of course she was like, you bet not be with that boy, that boy bet not be sneaking over your uncle's house to come see you, all this stuff. Like, girl, bye. Be for real. I'm finna go spend the night. But you don't know that. Get to my uncle's house, he picked me up. He picks me up that Friday. We go directly downtown San Antonio to the clinic to get my medicine because I'd already tested positive. I scheduled my appointment to go back to get my medicine, whatever. So I go in. I'm sitting there waiting. He texted me like, oh, we gonna get lit tonight. Like, what you want to drink? If y'all see the camera falling, I'm sorry. What you want to drink? So we end up getting daiquiris. I take my medicine, and then I leave. After that, we drinking and stuff, all that. Meanwhile, I hadn't ate nothing. I'm literally in the car about to throw up because you're supposed to take that medicine on a full stomach. I didn't eat nothing that whole day, mainly because my grandma had me on a fixed diet. So a lot of the times I was, starving. So I was getting real skinny and shit. So yeah, my stomach was pretty empty and that medicine turned the fuck out of my stomach. That's the only bad thing I had about it. Days after that, I had a real bad yeast infection. That medicine is horrible for yeast infections. I would not take that medicine because in a few days you're gonna be itching worse than you was than when you had the goddamn chlamydia. I promise you, I swear to God. So needless to say, I got the medicine. We go home, start drinking, turn up, whatever. Why I went and fucked this man again right after I just took some medicine for chlamydia?
Oh my God!
I know, but at least we used a condom this time.
You're a dummy, bitch!
So, we felt safe and stuff, But yeah, I did smash him again, unfortunately. And we kind of just brushed it off, even though it was still in the back of my head, like, damn, nigga, you just made me feel real dirty, like real dirty. But that's how it was, we got that situation over with, and it was just back to being happy and in love and acting like he was just the best man alive, when I knew I should have known from the jump. I should have known from the start that this man was a demon set out to demolish me, to destroy my life. He was, I promise you. Same weekend, he goes, I don't know where he goes, but for whatever reason, we in his house chilling, drinking, sitting on the porch, whatever. And then he like, all right, I'm gonna be back. So, while he's going, y'all know what I told you. You leave me in your room while you going. I'm going through that shit. So, I start going through his stuff. I think he left his wallet. I don't know how he left his wallet, if he was going somewhere to buy something, or maybe he was going to buy some more drinks, and he told me he left his wallet. I don't know how I found his wallet, but needless to say, I found his wallet. You remember I told y'all his profile, it says Zay, 22, because at the time I was 19. It says Zay 22, so the whole time I'm thinking this man 22. And you remember how my grandma brought up the fact that it was no way he could have been in truck driving school and had a CDL if he was only 22. I look in his wallet. And this man's birthday says October 13th. Or maybe I think it's October 12th. October 12th, 1988.
Oh, hell no!
1988. I sat there. I'm telling you, this is me when I found the wallet. I'm looking through the wallet. I get to the ID. I seen the ID. I said, because I know you fucking lied to me. This man, I had to go to my calculator and do 2020 minus 1988. I don't know if it was 2020 or 2021, but whatever year it was, I did that minus 1988. And when I seen that number said 33, I lost it. Bitch, I texted him. I said, I'm sorry, y'all see that stuff on my lip. It's from Vaseline. You nasty as fuck. He like,
Why are you calling me the N-word? Why are you cussing at me? Like, I'm coming home. Like, don't be mad at me. I can explain.
so, he texting, but I'm ignoring the messages because at this point I'm pissed. Like, you done lied to me numerous times. At this point, I don't know if anything you telling me is true. You done lied to me about your marital status. You done lied to me about your name. You lied to me about your age. You done gave me chlamydia. Like, it's too much shit going on right now, bro. So he come back. He bust up in the door. Please let me explain. I'm like, okay, when was you gonna tell me you was in your fucking 30s? When was you gonna tell me your real age? You just gonna keep lying to me? His explanation was, well, if I told you my real age, you wouldn't have never talked to me, right? I said, you damn right. I wouldn't have talked to your ass. And he was like, so, I mean, I'm really sorry. Like, I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how you was going to take it. So we just, he just talking. I'm just sitting there ignoring him. This started around the time where I would just shut down anytime we got into it because I don't know. I didn't know how to have conflict. I didn't know how to resolve conflict with him. Like, I just couldn't. I don't know what the explanation is, but for whatever reason, anytime I got pissed off at his ass, I didn't have shit to say, so I would just shut up. So he's sitting there talking like, I'm so sorry, like, please, Cameron, like, please don't leave me, like, please, bro, please. And I'm like, but you in your 30s, like, no wonder you married. No wonder. So was you lying about the kids too? Is them your kids? What else are you lying to me about? He's like, no, them not my kids. I promise you, I swear to God, them not my kids. Like, I would not lie about that. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like I can't trust you. I can't believe nothing you say at this point. And he like, I promise, like, I'm not gonna lie about nothing else. Like, I love you. I want to be with you. I'm not gonna lie about nothing. Anything you want to know, ask me. I said, are you really with your wife? He said, no. I said, okay, show me. He pull out the phone. He swiping fast as fuck through the message. I'm like, bro, I can't see nothing. I can't see. He like, why you need to know all that? Just know I'm here for you. Like, I'm here with you. I'm not there with her. If I really wanted to be with her, wouldn't I be there with her? And in my head, I'm like, yeah, you right. But nigga, you in the military. You couldn't be there with her. Like, what the fuck was I thinking for real? So, needless to say, we sitting there, we start sharing a black or whatever, a black and mild. Yes, I know, I don't smoke them no more, but at that time, he was doing it, so I was doing with him, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't smoke weed because he was in the military, so that was the next best thing, whatever. So we start smoking it and shit. And you know, we talking relationship out like, okay, so you're not gonna lie to me no more. Like, babe, I promise I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I love you, I'm in love with you, I want to be with you. Like, it's all gonna work out, I promise. Just trust me, just trust me. I'm like, okay, babe. Okay. So we ended up making up once again. I accepted this nigga lying to me way too many times. And that's why I don't accept no bullshit right now. You can't pay me to lie to me. As soon as I feel like you lying to me, I'm cussing you clean out. You better ask my man. I'm not the one to play with, I promise you. So I did end up forgiving him. But I did, you know, this is when I stopped having that initial trust that I had for him in the beginning, because now I knew you done lied to me 3, 4, 5 times, so it's no telling what you will lie to me about. So this is the end of part 3. I'm gonna end it right here. It's definitely a whole lot more to come. We is still at the beginning, so stay tuned for part 4 of the Baby Daddy series. So let me know what you think about it in the story time, in the comment section down below. Let me know if a man has ever lied to you about his age. Let me know if you've ever dated a man 12 years older than you. And yeah, let me know what you think. I also wanted to say that one of my main reasonings for accepting his age was the fact that we had already had sex. We had already been in an intimate relationship. So I'm like, I mean, I guess age doesn't really matter at this point. He doesn't look his age. He doesn't act his age. So age just did not matter to me at that point because we had already had an intimate relationship. So that's why I accepted the age. But thank you so much for watching. If you stayed this long, please comment with a purple heart. And I'll see y'all next video. Bye.